You could make the argument that the bye week came at a bad time for the North Bulldogs. Mike Fecci joins us now. Mike, your team with 2 straight wins going into that open week. You would like to keep that momentum going, but overall the off week is good as you're able to rest up for district.
Yeah, it comes at a nice time for us for a lot of reasons. You know, even the little bumps and bruises that you got, you're allowed to kind of heal up on those, and you're allowed to kind of take a real good look at where you are the first 3 games and you know, continue to work on what you feel like you're good at, and then really hammer down what you feel like you need to get better at to set ourselves up. It's good. It just comes at a good time. Kids can lock in on their grades. You can slow the tempo down a little bit more and kind of let their legs get back up on rhythm, because once it hits, it hits.
Yeah, and then it's 7 consecutive weeks of football. Right. Before the bye week, North was in Denton for its non-district finale against the Denton Broncos, and a fast start by your team, Hunter Walling, connecting with Sam Lucania.
Yeah, we recovered the opening kickoff. They fumbled it, and Coach Walker wanted to go up top right off the bat, so we did. So we were up, 7-0, 6 seconds into the game, and it's a good kickoff return here by Trey Williams. He takes it out past the 50, and it's been a pretty big weapon for us up to this point.
And your defense was able to surround Denton Hudspeth, shutting Denton out in the second half. In the first half, you're able to make some plays as well.
You know, in the first half, we had a hard time catching up to the speed of what they were doing. You know, Denton's a good football team, and of course, Justin DeLeon gets his 3rd pick of the year right here, and that was nice to see. But early on, they were doing some stuff to us and kind of controlling the line of scrimmage. But yeah, we came out in the second half and really answered the call there.
You had to weather the storm. Denton would score 14 points in the first quarter to take the lead. 13 points, beg your pardon, going up 13-7. But that running game cranked up. Selwyn Smith takes it around right in for a 15-yard touchdown to tie the score.
You know, early on, as you can see on this thing, there's some big guys over there. But look right there, we're starting to get a push in the second half and really go finish things. I was very proud of our offensive line, very proud of Darryl Travis and Sterling Tucker and Sean Yu and Horton and those guys up there. They took it upon themselves to really get things going, and Hunter played very well. So great 3rd down conversion on the open drive of the second half to allow the drive to continue, and then we go down the field and we're able to put it in.
Walling once again firing for the end zone, and Lucania adjusts to the underthrown ball inside the 5-yard line.
It's a great catch by Sam, and it's a touchdown run here by Hunter, but a great job by Sam of going up and high pointing that thing and coming back inside of that guy.
Walling wasn't done when it came to touchdown runs, as we'll see in just a moment. Your defense shut out Denton in the second half, limited them to 89 total yards after intermission.
I think what our kids did in the second half was our halftime adjustment was basically this simple: get your pad level down and run to the ball. It was that simple. It wasn't like we went in and schemed anything. Great job on 4th down by Grant Mahalik right there, and this is a big block punt by Eric Mills. But yeah, our defense came out and played very well in the second half. Very, very proud of them.
Yeah, you outscored Denton 28-0 after the break. You went into halftime trailing 20-13 after Denton Hudspeth's 3-yard touchdown run for Denton High. But it was plays like the DeLeon interception, the Mills blocked punt, and as we see here, Walling keeping on the zone read. We laugh about Hunter sometimes carrying the football. He's listed at 170 pounds. That's very generous. But Denton wasn't laughing because he broke a tackle on his way to the end zone.
He did break a tackle and got it put in there, and you know, he did. That's the thing about Hunter. If it's there, Hunter will take it. And, you know, early on it wasn't there, and then late in the second half, as we started running the football better with our running backs, that became something that was open, and he took advantage of it twice. And that's a credit to those big guys up front, moving people off the ball. And anytime you can do that, you start getting people trying to, you know, go stop those backs, and Hunter will pull it down and go do it. And we were glad to see that. He played very well for us.
You finished with 2 short touchdown runs there by Trey Smith as well as Eric Mills. Your defense is developing a reputation as a ball-hawking unit. We mentioned DeLeon, his 3rd interception in 3 games. But in every game this season, the defense has forced at least 2 turnovers, 7 overall.
Yeah, we're real pleased with that. Something we stress. It's something you see our kids do at practice. You know, they're trying to strip the ball. I think early in the year it hurt us at times, though. I thought sometimes our first guy there was trying to strip and not making the tackle, and I think we've started to figure that out as we've gone. And obviously in district play, turnovers become paramount. You don't want to have any, and you want to force as many as you can. So hopefully we can continue that trend and give our offense a short field.
How about how your team has finished the last 2 weeks in both victories over Bryan Adams, slow start in the first half, and just about the same song second verse against Denton. Once again, you owned the second half on your way to a victory.
I think that's critical that our kids understand. I think it's good for them to know they can go out and be down at halftime and come out and answer the call like they did there. You know, of course, as a coach, you'd like to start the game faster, and you'd like to come out blazing right off the bat. But the end result is a win, and we'll take that, and we'll just go accentuate the fact, guys, we got to start fast, because some of the people we're fixing to play with the offensive firepower that they have, If you don't come out playing right now, they can be up, 2 or 3 scores on you in a big-time hurry. So we're going to need to come out from here on out and play full 4 quarters of football.
We saw the third down conversion by Randy Montier. He was actually your leading receiver on Friday night, 7 catches, 73 yards. He's your leading receiver this season. What do you like about your slot guy?
Randy does a good job of finding open seams in there, and Hunter does a good job of reading things. The position that Randy plays is difficult for people to cover because of the fact you're dealing in a lot of open space. He runs great routes, and Hunter's done a good job for us of getting the ball there to him. I credit a lot of what Randy's able to do to our outside guys, and Evan Jones and Lucania. People are obviously have to worry about those guys as well. So, that creates some space for Randy, and Randy's had a good first 3 games for us, and hopefully he can continue that.
What do you see from District 10 4A overall? There are 3 3-0 teams at the top, including your opponent this week, Wiley East. Highland Park, potent as ever with Brady Bergen at quarterback, and Rockwall Heath seems to be developing as a dominant defensive unit.
Right. I think when you look at our district, Dallas Morning News had a thing about it the other day. They broke down all the 4A districts in the Metroplex, and our district combined in preseason play was 16-8, and it's got the best record. It's got the most undefeated teams in it, and it's a very tough district. The thing is, you got to show up every week ready to go. When you look at it, I do think Highland Park and Wiley and Rockwall Heath maybe just a tick above everybody right now, but the others aren't far behind, and everyone else is log jammed right there, and it's going to come down to who can play well week in and week out, who can take care of the football, and truth be known, who can keep from injuries. Injuries will always come into play in district play, and we're just hoping that we can continue to take the ball away, we can play hard and stay injury-free and make a run at this thing.
You go on the road for your district opener, Wiley East. You had them at Ron Post Stadium this time last year, needed a big fourth quarter to secure the victory. Wiley East, a second-year varsity program. What do you see from Joe Lepsis' team this year?
Well, the first thing is obvious is that they're the only team in the district that has all 11 starters back on both sides of the football, or at least kids that have played there before. Very talented offensively, real explosive. They're as good a looking team when you go out there and watch them in warm-ups as you'll see anywhere. They got big offensive linemen. They have 2 giant outside receivers that look like identical twins. They've moved their quarterback, Brubaker, to tight end, and he's 6'3", 240, and is an athlete. They've got 2 very good backs. They got one of the leading backs in the area, Jabari Anderson. They're complementing him with the sophomore kid who's extremely talented. So, you're going to face a lot of formations. You're going to face a lot of explosiveness. And then defensively, they play defense like you would think somebody from Wiley, Texas would play defense, and that is full speed downhill and very, very, very well-coached group and very coachable kids. That's what's impressive to me when I watch them is everybody we play is well-coached. This is a real deal district that we're in, but very few teams are like Wiley East where they do things exactly like, if you took a coaching manual on how to do things, that's how they do things. And it's kind of impressive to see that. It's going to be a big test for us. We're going to have to definitely come out and be ready to go.
You bring up Anderson. He's the 3rd leading rusher in the area. Marcel, 8-minute receiver. He's the 6th leading receiver in the area. And Garrett McCain now at quarterback, replacing Brubaker, 6 touchdown passes, no interceptions in 3 wins.
The kid's a left-handed kid, and he's very impressive. I watched him play last year on the sub-varsity, and he's a very impressive kid at quarterback. He operates that offense very well. I know a lot of guys at Wiley East, they talk about what kind of character that kid has and what a team-oriented guy that he is. The outside receivers are a challenge. I mean, they just pose a lot of different challenges for us. We're obviously, you go in there trying to figure out ways to slow down Jabari, and that's kind of where they're different this year. Is last year it was just him and him only as a running back. Now they've got another one back there that can do it. And so, like I say, it's going to be a big test, and hopefully our defense will come out and fly around and get after him.
Mike, we appreciate the time. Best
Thanks,
of luck.
Ted. Thanks, appreciate it.
Mike Fecci, head coach of the North Bulldogs. They go for 3 in a row this week. More importantly, they look for that 1-0 district record. It's North and Wiley East, Friday night in Wiley, 7:30 kickoff.